Hello everybody, welcome to the home economics class. Today's topic is Introduction to Textile. What is textile? Textile or fabrics are very important. The amount of the satisfaction you get from the clothes you wear depends in part on the type of fabrics you have selected. We'll consider some basic textile terms. The first term we're going to consider is the fiber. What is fiber? Fiber is a hair-like basic unit of raw material used in making of yarn and fabrics. Example of fiber is cotton, linen, silk, wool, nylon fiber itself. Then what is yarn? Yarn is a thread made by twisting or spinning the fiber. Fabric is a cloth constructed with yarn or directly from the fibers by weaving or by knitting. The wrap is the yarn or thread which run lengthwise in a woven fabric. It is parallel to the selvage. The weft is the yarn or thread which runs lengthwise in woven fabric. It runs right angle across the selvage. Note the difference between wrap and weft. They are almost the same in definition, but wrap is parallel to the selvage, while weft run at right angle across the selvage. Take note of that. The selvage itself is the edge of the fabrics that is made by weft thread or yarn by twisting over the wrap thread. Bias is the diagonal direction across the two grain line of wrap and weft. True bias makes an angle of 45 degrees centigrade across the lengthwise and crosswise grain. It has the greatest stretch. That's true bias. The grains now is the direction of yarn or thread in a fabric. Don't forget the yarn is like a thread in the fabric. So the direction of a thread in any sewn fabric is called the grain. So we can have the right side of the fabrics. We can also have the wrong side of the fabrics. So here I'm going to show you pictures of textile industry. This thing is here, that is the yarn. That's yarn. So this is how fabric is being made. So this is an example of yarn. This is textile industry where fabrics are being made. Then this is the fiber. Fiber is like a raw material. It's raw. So it's from the fiber that we produce fabrics. Very soon we'll go to how fabrics are made. So these are raw fibers. So it's an example of fiber. Then this is fiber, and this is already made fabrics. So it indicates that fibers are made from fabrics. So this is a typical example of yarn. Don't forget, yarn is like a thread. So this is yarn that will definitely be processed into what is known as fabrics. So these are yarn. Then this is fabrics. And this is wrap. Here's a picture showing wrap. This is wrap. This is wrap. So let's go up a bit and see the definition of wrap. So the wrap is yarn or thread which run lengthwise in the woven fabric. It is parallel to selvage. So let's check yarn. Let's see the definition of yarn. What is yarn? Yarn is a thread that is made by twisting or spining the fiber. Okay, I've shown you this is the fiber. So when you twist or spine the fiber, you make what is known as yarn. When you twist or spine the fiber, so this is an example of spining of the fiber. You spine, then you spine the fiber, then you can make yarn. So let's see, yarn is a thread made by twisting or spining fiber. This is raw fiber. Then this is yarn. So when you twist raw fiber or spine raw fiber, you get yarn. This is an example of wrap. Then this is the weft. Don't forget, let's check the definition of the weft. Weft is a yarn or thread which runs lengthwise in a woven fabric. It runs at angle. It runs at angle across the selvage. You can see weft. Weft run at angle across the fabric. You can see how this thread, this yarn, are running across. So the next one is the selvage. This is selvage. Selvage simply, it's shown here. This is selvage. Let's check the definition of selvage. What is selvage? The selvage is the edge of fabrics that is made by weft thread or yarn by turning over the wrap thread. So that's selvage. Just the edge of the fabrics that you made. The selvage, you made it, then you turn the edge over. Like this is already turned over, but not yet made. But this is turned over and then the edge is already made. So this is how the trouser will look. So this is example of selvage. Then bias. What is bias? Bias. Let's see. What is bias? Bias is the diagonal direction across the two grain lines, that is the wrap and the weft. Diagonal direction across the two grains line, that is the wrap and the weft. So bias is the diagonal direction across the two grain lines of the wrap and the weft. So let's check the diagram of bias. This is bias. This is bias in a simple term. And then let's check this cloth. This thing here, that is the bias. That is the bias, as in what they use to tape the edge of this cloth is called the bias. So this is how bias looks. It comes in different colors. This is bias. That's bias. So that is bias. Then this is just a cross section of true bias. So now this is true bias. Let's check the definition of true bias. This true bias. Let's check. True bias makes angle 45 degrees centigrade across the lengthwise and across wise grains. It has the greatest stretch. Take note of that. So true bias is like an elastic tape you made at the edge of be a trousers or a skirt that makes it stretchy. This is example of true by house. This is true by house. This is true by house. It's an example of true by house. So when you see proof like this thing here, the waist here, is called the true by house. Then you can also use by house to make bracelets. As you can see here, you can use by house to make bracelets. So this is how you make your bahars at the edge of a trousers or a skirt. So this is lengthwise green. This is how the bahars normally go. Then salvage will be here. Then crosswise green will be here. Then what are the reasons for studying textile? Why should we study textile? Why is study of textile very important? The study of textile will help you in the following ways: identifying different types of fabrics, textile, and the protective properties. It helps you to select or choose suitable fabrics for a given purpose. Using fabrics intelligently and correctly. You have to study textile so that you know how to use your fabrics intelligently. Then, taking proper care of fabrics, that is when you have the knowledge of textile fabrics, you'll be able to take good care of the clothes. Some clothes, you don't iron them with hot iron. You use warm iron to iron them. While some fabrics, you don't wash them with hot water. They shrink. So when you have all this knowledge of fabrics, you'll be able to handle your clothes. That is, it helps in using the best method of washing or dry cleaning our clothes, which makes them look better and last longer. Then studying textile helps you to be happier with your clothes and fabrics. These are the importance why studying of textile is very crucial. Then what do you use textile for? The first one is textile are used for construction of personal family clothes, e.g. dresses, underwear. You can use it to construct your household linen, such as your bed sheets, your curtains, and towels. You can use it for house or soft furnishing, such as carpets, rugs. You can use it for production of sports wears, such as t-shirts, shoes. You can use fabrics to make shoes. You can use fabrics to make handbags. You can use fabrics to make purse. That is the latest fashion trend now. So you can use fabric to produce shoes, handbags, purse, and so many other things. You can even use it to make belts. That's waist belt. You can use fabrics. It can keep your body very warm. So that's the reason why it's very important for us to know the uses of fabrics. Then how do we construct these fabrics? Fabric construction is the process of twisting fiber into yarn and then into fabrics or textile. As I've said earlier, you twist the raw fiber, as I showed you in the earlier pictures. You saw the picture of raw fiber. Then when you twist it or spin it, it becomes yarn. Then when you twist fiber into yarn, then you can use yarn to produce fabrics. You can also call the fabrics textiles. So this is an arrow indicating how to make fabrics from fiber. Then you twist it, you make yarn, then you construct yarn to make your fabrics. Fabric construction method. So we have different method of constructing our fabrics. The first one is weaving. This is the process of constructing fabrics by interlacing two sets of yarn, that is the wrap and the weft. two sets of yarn, you interlace them together. The raft and the weft yarn. When you interlace them, you weave like the usual headgear that our parents normally use. The ashoke, that is example of weaving. Then your cardigan, your school cardigan, that's an example of knitting. As when you knit clothes, you're making fabrics. Those cardigans we wear on top of our skin from during raining season or during cold season, you don't weave those ones, you knit them. Then you can knit cap. As an head, your head warmer is knitted. That is fabrics making. So let's say knitting is the process of constructing fabrics by forming rows of loops with the yarn. Don't forget the yarn is like a rope. Then the loops support each other like a chain. Other methods of fabric making are braiding, knotting, bonding, and then felting. 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 So that will be the end of today's home economics class. If there's anything you do not understand, please kindly type it in the comment section. Then I'll be glad to answer all your questions. Kindly subscribe and press the button of notification so that when next we drop another video on home economics, you will definitely get the notice. Thank you and God bless you. Amen.